Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm in beautiful Santa Monica, California, and we're starting our trip over to Chicago right here. And there's a pretty good reason for that, as I'm right now standing at the end of the legendary Route 66, which goes from Chicago all the way over to Santa Monica Beach. And we're doing it in style today, as I'm using American Airlines first class domestic service over to Chicago O'Hare. Although the Route 66 may be familiar for you, I will now give you a quick look how the route looks like. The route starts here in Los Angeles and is going to continue onwards to Kingsman, Flagstaff, over to Albuquerque, then to Shamrock, Oklahoma, Tulsa, over to San Luis with their famous arch, and then continue through Springfield all the way to Chicago. And this is as well the last video of my time here in the United States of America as I crossed from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean by train. I started off in New York City and ended up in San Diego, California. And right now it's time to head over to Los Angeles International Airport and catch our flight over to Chicago. LAX was not busy today at all, so I was through security in no time. And right now, this is the part where it's going to get very interesting, as this is my first class flight ever, and I'm looking forward to how American Airlines is operating their first class domestic service on the route from LAX to Chicago O'Hare. So now let's get on board and enjoy our 4-hour flight over the United States of America, and I hope I will have some good news for you outside of the window.
There are cloudy skies with a temperature of 41 degrees. And I would like your attention for a few minutes for some important safety information regarding our Airbus aircraft. Your attention, please.
Your safety is important to us. Please pause for a moment to give your attention to the flight attendants. Luggage and personal articles should be stowed either overhead or under the seat in front of you. To prepare for departure, close your tray table and place your seat in the upright position. If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and pull the strap so it's tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt, lift the top of the buckle. Keep your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. And just in case there's turbulence, keep it on whenever you are in your seat. U.S. law requires compliance with lighted and posted signs and crew instructions. All flights are non-smoking. This includes e-cigarettes. It's against the law to tamper with, disable, or destroy the lavatory smoke detectors. The safety card in your seat pocket explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. This airplane has 2 exit doors in the front, 2 exit doors forward of the wings, 2 exit doors behind the wings, and 2 exit doors in the back. All exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the slides and move away from the airplane. In a water evacuation, slides at the front and back of the airplane may be used as life rafts. An additional raft is located in a marked overhead bin. All exits are clearly marked with signs and opening instructions. If needed, exit pass oxygen masks will drop from an overhead compartment. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and put the elastic band over your head. Pull the straps to tighten.
As we are airborne right now out of LAX, let's have a quick look around my seats and the features that it has to offer. Legroom is quite impressive on this domestic first class service of American Airlines, and on the left side of your seat you will find a storage compartment where I chose to put my camera equipment, and there you will find your headphones as well. Besides the storage compartment you will find a small table where you can store your drinks and snacks on. In front of the seat you will find your seat pocket with all the information about the flight and the airplane we are flying on. And last but not least, on the right side of your seat you will find your tray table that pops out and gives you enough room for your meals. Besides from that, you will have a great view out of the window, and if you look above yourself there is a normal airplane ceiling with the air vents and the non-smoking and seatbelt sign. Shortly before the meal service starts we were given a hot towel to refresh ourselves and get ready for the dinner service. Dinner service took off with a appetizing course at first, which consists of a drink and as well as some snacks to begin your dinner. Nothing too fancy, but a nice gesture of American Airlines to start the dinner service with an appetizer. But now, let's get to the real stuff and pop out our table to make it ready for the dinner to be served. For dinner itself, I chose to go for the signature steak of American Airlines on board, and as you can see right here, it is plated quite nice, but to be honest, if you compare this to other business class products I've flown on, I kind of expected a bit more, to be honest. It tasted delicious though, but the presentation could be improved, for my opinion. And as a dessert, I chose to have some American cheese and some grapes with it, and it came with packed crackers. It was all delicious, but once again the presentation could be improved, in my opinion, for a first class product. Being fed, it's now time to look out of the window, enjoy a bit of the beautiful views that you have. After you take off from LAX, you are flying over the mountains and into the desert, until you cross over several states and end up in Illinois.
in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
Welcome to Chicago O'Hare International Airport, everybody. After about a 4-hour flight from LAX, we landed safe and sound here in Chicago, and the flight was nothing to complain about, really. Now let's speak about my experience in American Airlines first class on the domestic route from Los Angeles to Chicago. First of all, I wanted to point out that I actually expected a bit more on this first class service, but maybe it's the same like in Europe. If you're booking a business class ticket inside of Europe, you won't get as much value as if you are booking a transatlantic flight in business class. The seat was comfy, the food service was great, and the crew was lovely, but in the end it feels like just being on a business class trip instead of a first class trip. But to give American Airlines a break, it was my first ever experience in a domestic flight in the US. At first point, it was my first class ticket ever, so I don't think that this is just an issue on American Airlines. This is maybe how it is in the US. I don't know, I'm not from here, so... and what do I know? I'm just a normal traveler. And if you're wondering what the rate was for this first class ticket, I got pretty lucky and I booked it only 2 days before. For example, the economy rate for this route would have been $135 this time, and I only paid $290 for this first class ticket, so that's why I intended to test it out. And yeah, that's how I ended up here, in first class in Chicago. But right now, it's time for me to say goodbye to you all and to the trip to the US. I've been here for over 3 weeks now, had a lot of experience, met a lot of cool people here, and I'm really grateful for all the experience I had here on Amtrak, as well in all the cities I've been to. I've been to New York, Chicago, New Orleans, San Antonio, San Diego and Los Angeles, and I would not trade in for nothing. It was a solo traveling trip for me, and yeah, it was a great one to tell you all about, and I hope you do have enjoyed those videos I've made in the past couple of weeks for you. If you do so, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to. My name is Michael, I'm the Bavarian Globetrotter here on YouTube, where I'm traveling all around the world and show my travel experience with you. And until the next time, just as always, keep on exploring, see ya and goodbye.